This is you. Comfortable, safe, probably within reach of food, water, and a device that does everything except keep you alive. Now remove all of it. Same you, different century. No medicine, no safety, no second chances. Being born didn't mean you'd survive. It meant you probably wouldn't. So when was the worst time to be born? Let's rank the 5 most brutal eras, from barely survivable to almost guaranteed death. Number 5, the fall of Rome, 400 CE. For centuries, Rome worked. Roads connected everything. Aqueducts delivered clean water. Laws existed and mostly got followed. Grain shipments kept cities fed. It wasn't paradise, but it had infrastructure. And infrastructure is the difference between civilization and everyone quietly eating each other. Then the whole thing started coming apart. The Western Roman Empire didn't collapse in a single dramatic moment. It dissolved slowly, painfully, like something left out in the rain. Waves of migrations, Visigoths, Vandals, Huns hammered the borders. Corrupt leadership hollowed out the institutions from inside. The economy bled out through decades of inflation and mismanagement. Tax revenue collapsed. The army stopped getting paid. An army that stops getting paid stops protecting you and starts protecting itself. If you were born in Western Europe around 400 CE, you arrived just in time to watch the lights go out. Cities that had run on Roman logistics slowly stopped functioning. Trade networks frayed. The literacy rate cratered. Roads crumbled with nobody left to maintain them. What followed was centuries of fragmentation, small kingdoms, constant local warfare, and the long, grinding poverty of a world that had forgotten how to organize itself. You'd spend your whole life in the shadow of something enormous that used to work, ruins everywhere, and no manual for what comes next. Number 4, the 100 Years' War, 1337 to 1453. Okay, so the name is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. 100 years of war. That's not a conflict, that's a permanent atmospheric condition. That's just what weather is now. England and France spent over a century grinding each other and every peasant caught between them into dust over who got to sit on the French throne. A question that, if you were a French farmer watching your crops burn for the 4th time, you genuinely could not care less about. If you were born in 1337, the year it started, you never knew peace. Your parents didn't either. Armies moved through the countryside like slow-moving natural disasters, taking food, burning villages, conscripting sons, leaving behind disease and debt and the particular psychological damage of never feeling safe anywhere. The Black Death hit right in the middle of it, because of course it did. Imagine being a parent in 1350, war outside, plague inside, crops failing from the chaos of constant military movement. You're trying to explain to a child why the world is like this, and the honest answer is, I don't know, it has always been like this, it will probably always be like this, eat your soup. There was no soup. Number 3, the Mongol invasions, 13th century. See that dust cloud on the horizon? You have 3 minutes. Genghis Khan assembled the largest land empire in human history using a philosophy that can be summarized in 2 words: nothing survives. Entire cities erased, populations slaughtered, libraries burned. Rivers reportedly ran black with ink from the books they destroyed. Mongol horse archers hit targets from 300 yards at full gallop. They moved faster than any army before them. They weaponized terror so effectively that cities sometimes surrendered just from rumors of their approach, which in retrospect was the correct decision. Historians estimate the Mongol campaigns killed around 10% of the world's entire population. In the 13th century, the world's population was already small. 10% of small is an almost incomprehensible number of individual people, each one of whom was born, loved someone, wanted something, and then ran out of time at the edge of a steppe empire's expansion. Born anywhere along the Mongol path, China, Persia, Central Asia, Eastern Europe, and your life wasn't difficult, it was a countdown. Number 2, the Black Death, 1347. In 1347, a ship docked in Sicily carrying sailors who were either dead or desperately wishing they were. The harbor master ordered the ship out immediately. Too late. The Black Death, caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, didn't need much of an invitation. It traveled on fleas, on rats, on the simple act of breathing the same air as someone already dying. Symptoms arrived fast and left no ambiguity. Swollen lymph nodes, fever, blackened skin, vomiting blood. Then death, usually within days. Between 30 and 60% of Europe's population was dead within a few years. Let that number sit for a second. Not 30 to 60% of the sick, of everyone. Of the bakers, the children, the farmers, the priests who stopped giving last rites because last rites required proximity, and proximity was how you died. Doctors walked around in bird beak masks stuffed with herbs because medieval medicine had arrived at maybe smell something nicer as its primary treatment strategy. If you were born in Europe in 1340, your childhood was normal medieval misery. By the time you were a teenager, half your world was gone. Not moved, not sick, gone. Some survivors wrote that it felt like God had simply decided to end things and then changed his mind halfway through. They weren't being dramatic. Number 1, the Toba Supervolcano, 74,000 BCE. Everything else on this list is bad. This one is extinction adjacent. Around 74,000 years ago, the Toba Supervolcano in present-day Sumatra erupted with a force that no human alive today has any reference point for. It launched 670 cubic miles of ash into the atmosphere. It triggered a volcanic winter that blocked sunlight for an estimated 6 to 10 years. Global temperatures dropped by up to 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Plants died. Animals starved. Ecosystems that had existed for millions of years collapsed in years. For early humans, already surviving on almost nothing, it was nearly the final chapter. The total human population dropped to an estimated 3,000 individuals. That's it, 3,000 people on the entire planet, scattered, freezing, starving, sitting in darkness that had lasted years with no way of knowing if the sun was ever coming back. No crops, no animals, no warmth, no certainty, just the dark, the cold, and the incomprehensible task of continuing anyway. Every person alive today, every single one, almost certainly descends from that tiny group of survivors. We are all, genetically, the children of people who refused to stop existing when everything was telling them to. Think about that the next time life feels impossibly hard. Someone sat in volcanic darkness for years, starving, freezing, with no reason to believe tomorrow would be better than today. They kept going. So did their children, and their children's children, through famines and plagues and invasions and collapsing empires and 100-year wars and every catastrophe history could manufacture. All the way down to you, warm, fed, within arm's reach of a snack. You are not lucky. You were the result of thousands of people who refused to quit when quitting was the obvious, rational, sensible option. Honor that. Or at minimum, hit subscribe. History isn't finished with us yet.